T-Funk Television, y'all.
Back to another T-Funk TV.
Yeah, Sirski, back to another T-Funk TV. T-Funk gang.
Welcome back to T-Funk TV. Smoke some, drink some.
Hey yo. Hey yo. Hey mother. Yes. Back to another T-Funk Television. Back to another one, y'all. Let me take y'all on this journey, and I promise I won't leave. But first, before we do that, come on in here and drink something. You know you gotta drink something with me, y'all. Gotta drink something. I'm the originator of this. Drink something. Smoke something. Now, let me take you on this journey, and I promise I won't leave. Look, now, y'all. I'll be taking requests in my comments and stuff. And somebody touch me, because I've been wanting to touch on this anyway, y'all. I've been really wanting to touch on this because I think about this a lot, like to myself. With the time that I done. And the topic today on T-Funk Television, y'all, this request is about the percentage of people that's done did like overnight in jail. That's just a taste of it. 30 days, 75 days, 90 days, 120 days in prison, 2 years, a year in prison, 5 years, 10. But you didn't have a life sentence. 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, but you didn't have a life sentence and you made it home. Today's topic is about, what about that person that ain't coming home and what you went through in your visit? He got to put up with that for the rest of his life. So y'all, let me take y'all on this journey, and I promise I won't leave you. All right, let me tell y'all a few things about North Carolina prison that I hated. That of life sentence, man, this junk would have drove me crazy. Like, a few things. Like, how we transfer. That Sandy Ridge shit, yo. That Petey Pablo, Sandy Ridge, Browns over here, Greens over here shit. Yeah, that sound cool in a song. But man, that shit is slavery. That shit is hell, man. Cause y'all got, when I first went, like I said, it was Greens on one side and Browns on one side. Minimum is the green and brown is felony. But now it's all mixed in together. And y'all got an area that might hold 1,000 men with 4,000 and 5,000 men packed in here, waiting on this loudspeaker with this little card to change buses. Police got guns everywhere. Y'all packed in shoulder to shoulder like sardines. Like, if anything happened in there, bruh, I mean, they give you this nasty ass pack out. If you got to use the bathroom, you got to shit or piss in front of, what, 700-800 dudes? And they got this place sectioned off in different sections. Might be 700 here, 500 here, 400 here, another 1,000 here. Bro, that shit's crazy, bro. And it looked like a slave auction, y'all. It does. It really does. That's one thing that would have drove me crazy every time I would have had to transfer the rest of my life going through Sandy Ridge, bruh. That would have drove me crazy. And then, in North Carolina, I don't know about nobody else. That food menu. Different camps got different stuff in their stores, but still, bro, it's almost about the same. And then the menu in the kitchen, It's the same shit. They just switch it up on different days. Like the rest of your life, you're going to be eating the same stuff. Unless you got somebody bring you something from the streets in there, or yeah, you're going to be eating the same stuff the rest of your life. I don't care if it's them Zooms and Whams out of the store or out of their kitchen. That's another thing, man. And then that count shit, bro. Man, you count like 10 times a day. Some prisons wake you up at 5:30 in the morning for the first count, and you got to set up beside your bunk or stand beside your damn cell, or you got to be on alert. They're not going to just let you lay there. Man, you got to count all through the day. All through the day for the rest of your life. A grown man got to stand beside his bunk bed or beside his cell door and get counted. Y'all think about that, man. Think about that. You got to get counted in jail too. It goes down in jail the same way. But just think, because you got a taste of it. In jail, you got a taste of it. Hey, y'all know long hair don't curl. We doing that sideways thing today, though. But yeah, just think about that. A grown man getting counted the rest of his life. Say you went in there at 20-something and you lived to you 90. That's 70 years of getting counted every day, 10 and 15 times, bro. And you live all that time, bro. And another grown man telling you what to do, a grown woman, like telling you what to do as a grown person. They constantly telling you when you can use the bathroom, basically. Nah, but for real, on a serious note, they telling you when you can eat. When you can walk this area, when you can walk in that area, when it's time to go to this class, when it's time to go there, when it's time to do this. Stop running your mouth, stop doing this, stop talking this. I mean, just don't talk in my hallway, inmate this, inmate that. They ain't even calling you by your name no more. And you got to go through this for the rest of your life, y'all. You got to go through this for the rest of your life. And I can only speak for male prison. Men act like women in there, man. They gossip all day because there ain't nothing going on this board. So every little small thing, they want to turn into something big. So you got to watch your back the rest of your life. You got to worry about pedophiles, predatorials, like the rest of your life. Think about this, y'all. Think about this. Think what I'm really telling you. You got to do this the rest of your life. Like, be on point. Might have to carry a matarata and pull somebody out at any time. Like my homeboy. I'm going to just tell you his situation. My homeboy caught a natural life sentence. So, he done did like 25 years now. But I talked to him like a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago. And I don't know what this man done saw. Because he started out at Central Prison, Raleigh, young, in his 20s. Around nothing but pedophiles, murderers, rapists, all that old crazy stuff. So he did good enough to make it to a lower custody, to medium. And for years, he was doing good down there. Working in the library and all that, like just doing good. He had made it to Lumberton. That's where a lot of North Carolina Indians at. It's a Lumberton medium custody prison there. So when I'm on the phone with him, I'm like, bro, why is you back up in Paso Tank down there by the damn swamp and all that in close custody? He ain't hardly had no infractions. He's like, man, I had to pop a nigga ass, yo. I had to pop his ass. So I'm thinking he just beat him up. He got into a scuff. But a scuff ain't gonna get your point level raised back up and get you sit back to maximum security. So y'all, I gets on the internet, because Cub probably just didn't want to talk about that on the phone and nothing like that. He wasn't direct and tell me everything, because come to find out, he pulled him out, bro. He airlifted that man. He sent that man to the outside hospital. After all these years, 23, 24 years later, he had to do that to that man. He said, like he told me, he got to live there the rest of his life. And dude was trying to play him, bro. But that man that went 20-something years, got up in his 40s, to where he really physically had to do something to somebody real bad, man. So that let you know you can't never. With a life sentence, at any second, let your guard down in there. In prison, you can't let your guard down in there. Not for 1 second. And just imagine. Y'all, all of this is food for thought. Just imagine you got to do this for the rest of your life. Just imagine you got to do this for the rest of your life, y'all. Take a second and think about that. You got to do this for the rest of your life. So, yeah, look. Peep this. All my time together, I done did about 12 years. And I didn't have no high rate, but going in and out of jail. I didn't go in and out of prison a lot. I ain't been but twice. And it's spaced out years apart. Yeah, my rate of going in and out of jail was high. But shoot, I was getting in and out, getting in and out, getting in and out. I ain't really sat in there long. That's why I got over 150 times I done been to jail. The longest I ever stayed in jail was 9 months. Before that was 90 days, 70 days, and then 30. And then other times I was just in and out, in and out, in and out. That's why my rate is so high. But just think about this, y'all. If I wouldn't have found the Most High and him slowed me down and showed me that my freedom was more important than this, I probably would have been back and forth to prison way more than what I done been. I ain't been locked up since 2009, y'all. So I can tell y'all this, bro. Stop going in and out of there. Yeah, I try to reach the youth on a lot of my videos and scare them up and let them, it ain't scary. I mean, it's the truth. If it's scary, it's scary. If it don't, it don't. But I'm telling the truth. Ain't no capping in my stories. But this right here, I'm trying to reach people that's older and a little bit up in age, a little bit, that keep going back and forth to jail, back and forth to prison, bruh. Bruh, think about if you had to do that for a life sentence. That's why our rate going in and out is so high. If they smack that thing down, and you thinking, I'm going to play with them, I ain't going to keep getting them for 4 years, 3 years. Nah, one day they might just burn you. They might just get tired of seeing you in their system around in that county and just say, let's do away with him. Because they can do what they want to do. Or just let the feds come and handle you or something like that. And you get the big football numbers, 88 years, 90 years. You might as well say you got a life sentence. Stop going in and out of prison and jail, man. Stop doing that. I don't care what age you at. I'm talking to everybody right now. I don't care what age. Stop going in and out of there, making them folks that money off of you. For real, just think about it, bro. You got a pee and boo-boo around men and shower around dudes. Even if they ain't in you, they in the vicinity. They can walk by, see you physically naked, bro, at any time for the rest of your life. This food for thought now. The rest of your life. You depending on somebody to send you a couple of dollars for the rest of your life. If you can't live off the earth in there, if you ain't got no hustle to you, well, you through. Because I'm telling you, mama might stay with you for the rest of your life, your sister, somebody. Well, unconditional love. But that wife, that girlfriend, that best friend, that homie, that, man, shit, your gang gonna be with you up in there. Them ones out on the street ain't gonna fuck with you but so long. Try to tell you, man, I got some back of ass stories left for y'all, man. I done seen a lot in there, went through a lot in there. But, man, just imagine if I had to do that for the rest of my life, bruh. I sit and think about that all the time. That's one of the big things that keep me out here in this world, man. I got a taste of it. I got a taste of what some people got to live in the rest of their life, man. 50 years, 70 years, 80 years, 100, 2 life sentences. 25 years, bro, you don't want that, man. You do not want that, because in North Carolina, once you start catching the habitual felon, bro, they can career criminal you and give you 25 to life, man. After that fourth felony, they can start dogging you up here. See, North Carolina is one of the more lenient states. They give you smacks on the wrist till you hit that fourth one. Then I don't even see people hit that fourth, fifth, and sixth one and still, they just know how to work the system. They take them little petty plea bargains and just keep going to do 4-5 years. But who want to keep going in and out of that system? These guys, oh, there he's back again. That shit ain't cute, man. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. You're gonna keep going back every other year. You might well just go ahead and go all the way out and just catch that long ride. Like my man said, don't lean on me. You smoke crack, don't you? Jump. Just do it early. Just go ahead and do it fast, bro. If you're going to keep going back and forth 2, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, shit like, you might well go ahead and do it. Just go ahead and do it, bro. I ain't going to sit here and pamper you and tell you nothing all comfortably and stuff. I want you not to do it. So that's why I'm going to tell you in a harsh way. Go ahead and do it, man. Go ahead and do it. Just go ahead and catch a life sentence. And picture that worst 5 years that you did out of them 10 years you done been to prison the rest of your life. That's what it's gonna be like. That's what it's gonna be like, bro. You don't want to keep going in there giving them folks your freedom like that, man. There's a lot of stuff like for real, bro. Waking up every morning at a certain time. Like, you can't be up in North Carolina through the week. You cannot be up under your covers after a certain time through the week. You can lay on that bed if you ain't got no job or nothing, but you ain't getting back up under them covers. The weekend, certain camps will let you lay up under them covers, but through the week, that bed got to be made up, sharp and crispy, and yeah. And you got to go through that the rest of your life. Somebody telling you to make your bed up. Bro, think about it, bro. Think about it, bro. I really don't want to see y'all go through this, man. I'm not going to go through it. I done gave them all I'm going to give them. I can't see myself doing what I went through the rest of my life. That's why the Most High and the man in me changed. That's why I changed. If I go back, bro, it's going to be for something serious, bro. Somebody trying to take something from me that's very valuable, or taking somebody that's like my family member or something. Yeah, you trying to do something. Other than that, bro, I'm a productive person in society. Real talk. I'm not with it no more. I'm trying to change the youth. I'm trying to change people older, younger than me, that hasn't been through my experience, bro. You don't want to end up in that place the rest of your life because they don't care about your age limit. You know how many older people I seen in there for the rest of their life? You know how many young dudes I seen coming there and got the rest of their life at 16, 17? In there with grown-ass men and got to learn how to be a man on the fly. Because in there, hey, you ain't got no test runs. You mess up one time, you be done for. Ain't no test drives. And you got to go through this the rest of your life. Bruh, I just want y'all to sit and really, bruh. Sit and really, I don't care if you on your ganja. If you sober-minded, just do like I do at times, bro. I sit back and think about this, man. I really do. That's why I'm so glad somebody left this in the comments, man. I sit back and think about this. Just think how that little bit of time was driving you crazy, and you got to do this the rest of your life. And it ain't no such person, oh, I can do time, he can do time. I can't do time, man. He give me that, I can't. If they give that to you, you got to do it. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. I don't care how hard you is, how soft you is, how big, how little, how small, how fat, how round, and what color you is. If they hit that gaffle down and put your name on there and your folk don't get you out on an appeal or something, you got to do it. You might want man or female up. Dead homies. For real, man. It's a bunch of stuff. I ain't even scratching the surface yet that you got to do every day on the same yard. These same games. You seeing these same dudes in the system year in and year out. Cause you gonna be on every prison camp probably in North Carolina if you get a life sentence. They're gonna probably leave you here 15 years, here 15 more, here 10 more, unless you're a troublemaker and they just bouncing you around. But what kind of life is that? I sit back and be like, dang, the time I gave them, I'd be like, bro, dang, bro, I could have been doing so much more. Freedom is so valuable, man. But you bouncing around and you don't own nothing but that little white bag. The stuff that's in that white bag, you don't got nothing in your name, your credit good, you can't get no house, you can't do nothing. You own them Zooms and Whams, them cosmetics, and that stuff in them white bag, man, and the little money that's in your account. Or that's in your phone and your cash app. Because it's a new day and age prison. But that's all you own. Now, it is some dudes in there that's getting to the money, got more money than dudes out on the street. But you can't do nothing with it. What you gonna do, order stuff off eBay for people out there? What you gonna do, order stuff off of these different lines for people out there? Because you can't get it. Especially not in North Carolina. Unless you got some crook stuff going on. Bro, just think about it, bro. Think about it. Everything I'm telling you, and I ain't gonna keep on going on about it, y'all. I just want y'all to know this part one of, man, I'm gonna make a series out of this. I'm gonna go deeper and think about a lot more stuff to come up with about this. Stay tuned for part two, man, of what if I had to do a life sentence. Stay tuned for part two of what if I had to do a life sentence. I'm out. Gang.